My friends, lovers of freedom, supporters of democracy, champions of Israel, we are engaged in a brutal battle of defamation, libel, and character assassination of the Jewish state. Israel's enemies are doing their utmost to falsely allege that Israel is guilty of war crimes, which is precisely what Hamas is all about. Hamas is a brutal, bloody death cult. They do not stand for the rights of Palestinians. They stand for dead Jews. I have spent the last 24 hours under global assault. My phone has turned into a tsunami of anti-Semitism, as Dua Lipa has unleashed 66 million Instagram followers to respond to our full-page ad in the New York Times, which responds to these disgusting allegations of ethnic cleansing and apartheid. Imagine, my friends, that the only free country in the Middle East is falsely accused of ethnic cleansing, a blood libel against the Jewish people. Dua Lipa, Gigi Hadid, Bella Hadid have engaged in libel and defamation, and I want to tell you, thank you whoever can hold this, I want to tell you all what the consequences are for our people when we are defamed falsely, when blood libels are waged against our people. The direct results are Jews being beaten up in Times Square. That's right. The direct results are Jews being beaten up in Los Angeles. The direct result is Jews being beaten up in Toronto. That's right. The direct result is Jews being beaten up in Miami. The direct result is Jews being murdered in Jerusalem. The direct result is Jews being murdered in Tel Aviv. The direct result is Jews being murdered in Haifa. The direct result is Jewish kids having to go in bomb shelters in Beirut. The direct result is Jews having to hide in Kiryat Arba. My friends, it's Israel who is right. Israel seeks a free Middle East where women are treated like human beings. That's right. Where human rights is not a dream, but a reality. Where democracy is not just a vision, but a hard, cold truth of people going into voting booths to choose the leaders of their choice. But Hamas harkens back to a dark, dark ancient past. A dark ancient past of child sacrifice. Palestinian children being used as shields for rockets and missiles. Palestinian children, nurseries and schools being used as launch pads for missiles and rockets against Jews. Hamas harkens back to an ancient time of human sacrifice. Palestinian men and women as cannon fodder for Hamas to launch their bombs, their missiles, and their rockets against Israel. Hamas has taken tens of billions of dollars in international aid that was sent to give the Palestinian people a future. And rather than build hospitals, and rather than build roads, and rather than build universities, they have built bombs, bullets, and bunkers. 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 The future of the Palestinian people.
No nuclear weapon. Take it away. Take him away. Take the garbage
Iran, he's right. Iran should not have a nuclear weapon. Oh, that's what you mean about Israel?
I don't do drugs.
Sorry, leave him alone.
Don't do drugs.
Leave him alone. Leave him alone. He's not a bad guy. I don't know if that was an insult or a compliment. It may have been a compliment. I'm a rabbi, so no comment.
Okay. All right.
My friends, yesterday in the New York Times, where's our ad? We wrote at the beginning, on October 27th, 1967, right after the Six-Day War, Martin Luther King Jr., the greatest American of the 20th century, was having dinner at Harvard And a student criticized Israel, and Martin Luther King famously said, "Don't talk like that." When people criticize Zionists, Martin Luther King said, when people criticize Zionists, they mean Jews. You're talking anti-Semitism. So when Bella Hadid, Gigi Hadid, and Dua Lipa, from their privileged perch, sitting on Vogue magazine cover stories in things like bikinis, and we fear what Hamas would do to them. If they lived in Gaza dressed like that, may God protect them seriously, because I want nothing bad to happen to them, God forbid. I can engage in a debate with them, but if, God forbid, Bella, Lipa, or Gigi tried to dress the way they dress in Gaza City, we fear for their lives. We fear for their lives. And they can claim all they want. They can claim all they want. They can claim all they want, that they're only criticizing Jews. But as Martin Luther King said, when people criticize Zionists, they mean Jews.
That's right.
You are talking anti-Semitism. My friends, 75 years ago, in the lives of our grandparents, 10,000 Jews died every single day for 4 years. 10,000 Jews died every single day for 4 years. 3 9/11s per day for the Jewish people for 4 years. 3 9/11s per day. And 8 miles from here at Ground Zero, where we were this morning, 8 miles from here, where we were this morning rallying for Israel at Ground Zero, 20 years ago this September, 3,000 innocent Americans were incinerated in jet-fueled fired infernos, and they were given only 2 choices. Not the choice between life and death. The choice between death and death. As they sat in the North Tower, as they stood in the South Tower, the only question was, how will we die? Will we be burnt alive and incinerated, or will we jump to our deaths? And we Jews know that choice all too well. We Jews know that Mordechai Analevich, sitting with 700 fighters of the Warsaw Ghetto, 78 years ago, April 15th, 1943, he turned to them and he said, "I know Moses says that we can choose between life and death, but with the SS outside, with a whole division, we can only choose between death and death. We will either die like animals with these killers slaughtering us, or we will die like men, like women, like human beings, by taking some of these bastards with us." My friends, they fought the Nazis. But Israel today, we will never again choose between death and death. We will choose life. We choose life. Never again.